Hey up and welcome to this week's Confident Club Cuppa.
Hello.
And this week we're talking about a process you can follow, Curly,
Yes.
to either do any project. So let's focus on a presentation. Now I have a presentation in mind in particular, which is my one-man show in Edinburgh in 2020. If you didn't know I was doing that, where have you been?
Yes.
And you might be saying, where have you been, Steve? We've not heard much about that recently. Well, we've been at stage one of the 4 steps, which is the first I, and thanks Andy Green. This is Andy Green's process originally in back in the day, and it's called information gathering. And we've been gathering lots of information about Edinburgh, including going there. Have we got any?
About 6 weeks we've been going,
Yes.
haven't we? Sorry, big 6 we've been doing the research.
Yes.
We actually went to Edinburgh and we came back with, hang on, this lot.
Yes, and more.
Plus a load of other stuff.
That book was great.
So
That's my favourite thing.
Andy Gilbert, thank you very much for this.
So the point is, here's the point. You know, most people, if you design a presentation, go off to and start writing scripts and doing PowerPoint. Why are you still doing PowerPoint?
Yeah.
Right. And I would say you need to spend perhaps longer gathering information than you're currently doing. Getting the brief, if you like, when I worked in advertising, about who are the audience. So we've been doing some of that. You know, what's the venue, all that. Before you even start thinking about what the show might be or what the presentation might be, just kind of be open-minded. Because unless you do lots of information gathering, for example, have you ever been to a brainstorming thing?
You're not allowed to call it that anymore.
Brain shower, whatever you are allowed to call it. I'm calling it that, brainstorming, right? And we used to do it.
Well, I have, yes. We didn't do that many in the world of chartered accountants.
Yes, we should have done. They often don't work because we didn't get the information early enough. We just tell people the information in the session.
Like
this
get
is what
enough information?
Didn't get enough information, and more crucially, it's getting information but getting it early enough. So the second bit that we need to talk about, the first 2 parts of this process, is you get the information and then you let it incubate. Incubation. If you like, you sleep on it. Now do you want to know why you need to sleep on it rather than just go straight to the ideas?
Well, I think that when we came back with all this lot, right, and our heads were literally spinning.
We were a bit overwhelmed, weren't we?
We were on the train back from Edinburgh like this, completely overwhelmed. So that's not a good time to start making rational decisions.
That's one reason. So you've got all this information. It's like, I don't know what to do with it. So don't do anything with it. Curly, do you have a to-do list?
No, not anymore. I used to.
Right, well, most people are watching this, other than her, do still. Right, well, I'm suggesting, never mind, you should have a not to-do list. So that's a good way to think about this incubation part of the process is you sleep on it. So when I worked in advertising, we might come with an idea and then sleep on it overnight before we said that's what we're going to do. Or you just sleep on it for 5 minutes, between here and there. Before I decide that's what I'm going to do. So we've been going through, at the moment, we've sort of moved into, I'd say we're in incubation now.
Yes.
Yeah, I will tell you what the final 2 steps are on another Cuppa, right? So here's the point, right?
Yes.
Get the information, don't do what with it. Because then the step 2, which is crucial, the sleeping on each stage will occur.
Not literally always, is it? It can
Not
be
always.
going for a nice walk, going
Not
to the gym,
always.
swimming.
But this is where you use the mighty power of your unconscious, right? So if I'm going on holiday, I'll often say to my unconscious mind, while I'm on holiday, can you think of a really funky title for my next presentation or my next book? And let me know when I get back, right? And so your unconscious mind, even though you're not consciously thinking. So again, finally, when I worked in advertising, we might be working on, advertising these. And we might have that brief in our head and the information around that. But we also had 6 other briefs in our heads that we weren't consciously working on, but they were in here. They're in our unconscious mind. So our unconscious mind, when I'm asleep, is thinking of funky ideas for that next product or service.
That's brilliant.
It is brilliant. And on that brilliant thought, I'll see you.
And the next 2 eyes next time. Bye.